You're listening to The Marketing Reality, real-life marketing insight with Australian business owners. Proudly brought to you by Holly Martin of Just Holly.
Welcome and thanks for joining us. I'm Holly Martin of Just Holly, strategies for you to take control of your marketing. It can often be overwhelming to see all the different types of marketing activities that you can undertake, which is why I created the Marketing Reality Interviews. Today we're joined by Annalise Allen, the founder of Honeybell Waterwear Designs. She's a mother of two, a sun lover, and a constant sufferer of #pale skin problems, which resulted in her shifting from being a corporate accountant into an entrepreneur. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Holly.
I love that idea of, having a problem and then creating a solution to find it, to fix that. So I guess what solution do you provide for your customers?
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that too. I think it was a really natural progression for me to move away from corporate world into starting my own business because it was solving a solution that I wanted. And I think a lot of women want as well. So it was very genuine for me to solve that solution. And the solution is basically providing women with something that is fashionable and makes them feel comfortable, as well as protecting their skin while they're in their sun. So basically, it's reinventing the good old rashie that we make our kids wear.
Yeah, and putting, I guess, the fashionable spin on it so that people, women will actually want to wear it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, let's jump in right away. What is the number one most successful marketing activity you've undertaken?
Yeah, for me, it's participation in Facebook groups. There is a lot online about creating a Facebook group for marketing. And I think that is just a little bit too time consuming and maybe a little bit too hard if you're first starting out. So I would definitely recommend participating in Facebook groups. There are, I think, probably a billion Facebook groups out there. So it doesn't really matter what service or product that you've got, there is going to be Facebook groups that will be relevant to your market.
So I guess for you, it's about finding the groups where your target market is. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another advantage of having a business where I am the target client, because it's really authentic and it's natural for me to be in those Facebook groups because, I'm one of the crowd and, I'm targeting women who are just like me. So, of course, I'm in those Facebook groups. I'd be in them anyway.
Excellent. And I guess it probably goes without saying that it is not a hard sell. It's just authentic participation where you provide information if it's relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely not the place for any direct selling. So, again, it's probably a great place to start. If you're not used to direct selling, it is not intimidating at all. Really, I guess it depends on the group, but in most of the ones, that I enjoy participating in, it's really ask any question you want, ask for feedback. You can vent if you like, but be careful on venting. You've got to always understand that you're representing your brand, so you've got to be careful what you're saying. But yeah, it's very much participation and not selling.
Excellent. Okay, what's the number two most successful marketing activity?
Number two would also be using Facebook, but it would be doing Facebook ads initially to determine what my target market is. So I had this idea. I thought it was a great idea. And I thought, you know what, young mums are going to love this because their bodies just changed and they're dealing with their new bumps and they're covering their kids and wanting to set a good example. But there's other people who I knew who also might like to buy my product. And that's, older women who are seeing dermatologists and getting skincare tests and told to be cover up. There's a whole bunch of people who are following swimwear models, so there's various different groups that I could target through Facebook ads.
Sorry, did you teach yourself how to use Facebook ads?
I didn't. I had some help.
Fantastic.
which was really good. So a couple of my family members are into social media and social media managers.
Yep.
So I got them to sit down with me and do that. And I think, it's kind of invaluable. I know that there are there are courses that you take, and thankfully I was able to use my family to help me.
Fantastic. And to flip it to the other side, what marketing activity did you undertake that hasn't been as successful?
Yeah, I would say for me, Twitter and Snapchat.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of marketing channels that I haven't even attempted yet because I'm not ready. And I guess the thing with Twitter and Snapchat is that I'm not a native user of those channels. And so it's a little ingenuine for me to be on them to start with. It's my comfort level's low. I don't think my target market is there. Maybe in Snapchat it will be, but right now Snapchat's very young and hip. And the other thing is, it's just me in the business. I don't have time. So for me,
So if you're going to do something, do it right.
That's right. It's a far better use of my time to really hone my skills, get really great at one or two channels before I start moving on.
I think that's great advice, especially if it's just you in the business.
Yeah.
You have to use your time wisely.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so where can people find you?
I can be found online at honeybell.love.
Yes.
Or on Instagram or Facebook, and my handle is just honeybelllove.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
With thanks to Paymo. Paymo is a modern project management app for small and medium businesses. Just click the link provided to learn more.
You've been listening to The Marketing Reality, proudly brought to you by Just Holly.